together. See which one's smarter. Don't say that, but I say no. Women got the men like a puppet show. It ain't me, it's the people that say. And I mean it, the women that say that I say. The women get smarter than the man that did. That's right, the women are smarter. That's right, the women are smarter. That's right, the women are smarter. Women are smarter. That's right, that's right. The little boy sitting on the corner, big man trying to ask you out. You can't do what the big boys do. The man sat down and he cried too, and he knew. It's the people that say, man, I need you. Women that say that I say. The women today, smarter than the man in there. That's right, the women are smarter. That's right, the women are smarter. That's right, the women are smarter. The women are smarter. That's right.
Hey guys, I'm gonna get copyrighted. No, I'm not gonna get copyrighted because those are like songs that were recorded like live in a concert, so they were never published. At least that's what I think. Chodru's here, the first one in, because Chodru's clearly very, very, very busy. She's the first one here. Lambertson's here. Colin Avery's here. Carell is here. Hey. Justin's here. Eating pineapple. Pineapple's very good for you. Hoteling is here. Cool. A whopping 8 people today. Bald. Shave the beard. Shave the head. Yeah, my beard and my head is basically the same length. I couldn't deal with the beard anymore. It just becomes ridiculous. Hoppy's here. I think I saw your dad yesterday delivering mail, but maybe I'm wrong. Watermelon's better than pineapple. That's a bold statement. Watermelon is better than pineapple. I think I agree with you. Garofalo's here. Cool. Before 2 things really quickly before I start, let's keep the comments like appropriate and somewhat topical, please, because I believe it or not, I got a complaint about the comments. And secondly, I need you to tell me something good, something positive that happened to you, something good that happened, something good to fuel me until I see you guys again. I say that every time. Wait. I got let's keep the comments, on the level, okay? You had pizza. Pizza's delicious. There's a food truck coming to my neighborhood on Saturday that makes pizza, and I'm very excited. I ordered yesterday, and they gave me a time to reduce density and reduce lines from people coming to pick it up. So I'm super excited. It's gonna be the first time that I haven't cooked a dinner in like a month and a half. New lacrosse tricks. That's fantastic. You can't play lacrosse games, but at least you can practice by yourself. Flag of Our Fathers, and we'll watch Letters from. Cool. What are you watching those on, Justin? Like what, Netflix or Hulu or something? How my dad put up new curtains. Cool. Putting up new curtains is hard. It's not easy. Kimchi. I don't know what kimchi is. I've heard of it before, but I don't know what it is. Your computer, but yeah, okay, all right. Where though? I watched Detective Pikachu. I don't know what that is. Finished High School Musical. The music is great. Yeah, I don't know what kimchi is, man. Why don't you explain it to me? It's okay. I started watching 90 Day Fiance. My whole family is obsessed with that show. I haven't watched it. My wife would watch it, but that's like, trash to me. So, kimchi is good. Kimchi is the national dish. Yeah, but dude, what is it? Is it rice? Is it whatever? Cool. Maybe I'm missing out on something. My wife is making soup and grilled cheese sandwiches today upstairs right now. Finished Family Guy. Cabbage mostly. Maybe I've had it before. I'm not sure, buddy. Colin Avery's here. Colin, you got to tell me something good before I can proceed. Something positive that happened to you in the past couple days, buddy. Literally anything. And we'll get started. Pickled vegetable type thing. Family Guy is great. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's funny. You know, it's that cheap juvenile sense of humor. Finished Family Guy. It's something else, man. Like you got other things going on. Started Tiger King. Oh, Tiger King. All right. Ramadan's in 2 days. Well, happy Ramadan. Is that what people say? Happy Ramadan, like Merry Christmas, or is it Merry Ramadan? I'm asking seriously. It's not a joke. Happy Ramadan. So what are you guys going to do for Ramadan? Do you have you could have celebrations just at home or what? No. Spicy pickled cabbage. It does sound pretty good. Cool. Are you guys cooking a lot at home? Like we're like cooking these gourmet meals all day because we have nothing else to do. Mabruk? Is that what you would say? Cool. If it's Mabruk, that's like congratulations in Arabic. Cool. I'm trying. Look, I miss talking to you guys because you guys have so much knowledge and I can learn so much from you. All right. I'm just going to really quickly review the questions from Ancient China, section 3. So the big thing here, other than the inventions, which are kind of cool, if we were in class, I would have you guys do a project with the inventions using the iPads and making trailers, but we're not in class right now because we're on a global pandemic. So the big thing with section 3 is the Silk Road. Okay, the Silk Road is the main bit of content. Okay, so grading section 3, and it was 10 points. When I say describe something, I want more than just like one detail. Okay, so I took 5 points off from a lot of people because it was like Silk Road was a trade route. So I wanted a little bit more. I wanted you guys to go into detail. So the Silk Road, I'm going to post these afterward. Dangerous road that carried materials from China to Rome and Europe, brought ideas and goods into China, made it possible for people to make money by transporting goods, and was the first major example of global trade. So this is a perfect example here. So very detailed answer. So you guys got to just be specific there, okay? Ellie, don't say that. Science was 3 hours today. That's okay. You guys are not doing anything else. So Silk Road, just to rehash, it wasn't one road. It was a series of roads. It was from Europe to China, China to Europe. It brought in some India in there, some of the Middle East, some of North Africa. It was a major trade route. This was the first example of global trade because for the first time ever, people could get goods that weren't natural or didn't naturally occur in the area in which they lived. Okay, so just like now we could have goods from all over the world, the Silk Road enabled that. It also created a new occupation, which was being a trader, buying something in one place, transporting it to another place, and selling it for more. The longer a good traveled, the more expensive it was. The road was over 5,000 miles long. It's roughly the distance from Chicago, Illinois to Hawaii. Okay, so quite a long way. Even if you were to drive from New York City to Los Angeles, it wouldn't be 5,000 miles. So it's a very, very, very far trek. Yeah, you guys keep the comments on the level, okay? Did they walk or ride horses to travel? I would imagine it was a little bit of both. You got to remember, the Chinese people did not know that horses even existed at this point. So they were brought from Europe. So it was trading caravans. It was walking. It was using animals for transportation. But it was uncommon for someone to go the entire length of the Silk Road. It was more of an exchange, or like imagine like a relay race. I'm wearing my champion hoodie. I've worn this in class before. I want to go. I was telling my wife this the other day. It's like she's working from home. I'm working from home. There's no reason why we can't go to Hawaii until this is all over with. What about donkeys? I don't know where donkeys originally come from, but it could have been donkeys. But the key thing here is that no one ever traveled the entire way, and it was traders exchanging. And if a good originated in Far East China and ended up in Rome, Italy, it was going to be very expensive. The farther it travels, the more expensive it is. And that's kind of like now. What items did wealthy Romans purchase? Well, they freaked out over the cloth silk. Okay, silk was not a big deal in China because it had always been around, but Romans had never seen it before, so that, of course, they wanted it. Chinese bought horses, ivory, which is the tusk of an elephant, linens, and glass from the Romans. So imagine never seeing something before and all of a sudden being able to buy it. And so the market for these things was incredible. And so you'd have people walking or transporting it for thousands of miles over land. What's going on here? Bandits, like old-timey robbers. Yeah, that was a major problem too. So not only was the Silk Road dangerous because of the weather, so they had to cross through the Gobi Desert. The Gobi, don't think of like Sahara, like sandy, hot. The Gobi Desert is a very high, dry, cold, barren landscape for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles. And that's very dangerous. There were robbers and thieves along the route there because, of course, wherever there's money, there's going to be people trying to steal it from you. So that was a dangerous thing as well. Zen Buddhism came from China. Yeah, that's another thing we're going to get to in a second, buddy. I've never been out of the continent. Yes, you have. Have you been to Asia before? Cool. What major religion traveled along the Silk Road? Well, the Silk Road, anytime there's trade, there's ideas exchanged as well. So the major religion that was shared was Buddhism. Buddhism originated in India and it moved to China. It was shared with the Chinese population by way of the Silk Road. So China didn't have Buddhism invented there or didn't become popular there, but the Chinese kind of borrowed it as their own. Okay, so very big follower of Buddhism in China, despite the fact that it didn't start there. Yeah, Lily, you're talking about killing elephants for ivory tusks. That's a practice that still happens, but people are trying to crack down on it. It's becoming less and less. It's despicable, and just like killing of any animal. What did the Chinese use to travel before horses? I don't know the answer to that. Silk Road made it possible for people to make money. We were just talking about this already. An entire new occupation came about. It was buying something cheap, traveling with it, and selling it for a more expensive price. Okay, so there's people who are just merchants. They would buy something for a nickel, sell it for a dime later on down the road. And you can make a lot of money doing that. Again, no one ever traveled the distance of the Silk Road, but it was just from one place to another to another. Stop spamming with gibberish. Ellie, what's the matter? She's inventions that came from China, the compass, the lodestone compass. The Earth has a northern and southern magnetic pull that a magnetized rock could point to. So the Chinese invented the compass. It didn't look like the compass that we would use today if you've ever seen a physical compass, not the one on your iPhone. But it looked like a spoon kind of on a plate. So they invented that. Rudder to sail ships was another thing. The Chinese were sailors. And there is evidence, believe it or not, that the Chinese had sailed to North and South America many hundreds of years before Columbus did. So there is evidence of that. It's not, something that you would learn in a history book, but probably it happened. Did people die from traveling? Yes. You could die from exposure, meaning that you would, the cold got to you, the wind got to you. Life was difficult back then, so you'd have to plan, in accordance with where your next meal was coming from, where you were going to get water from. So it was not an easy road to travel on. And a motivation to do anything. I want to take a nap, but my parents will love me because I woke up at 2. Yeah, you can't. If you wake up at 2, you're not allowed to take a nap at 5:15. That's just kind of the way it is. What time do you guys actually go to bed? It's like my schedule has gotten like pushed farther out. Like I would normally go to bed kind of early, and now it's like 10:30, and I'm like still up, or like 11 o'clock, and I'm still up. It's getting weird now. I woke up at 6 today though, which is crazy. Lily made a nice elephant there. 11. You guys go to bed at 11. 3 in the morning. Yeah, 9 is more. That's what I usually, when I have to teach you guys in person, I go to bed at 9. I wake up at 6 or 5:30. But my quarantine schedule is shifted pretty much. Medicine. Chinese had a lot of herbal remedies, like here, take this for your stomach, it'll make you feel better. They invented acupuncture. Acupuncture is still a thing that you could get now. There are certain pressure points in certain areas in the body that would stick like a very, very fine needle in. I've had acupuncture before. It actually helped me. But that's, that might not be the case for anything. Arts, poetry, and history. A lot of painting, a lot of really cool stuff came out of China at this time. List 2, and another invention here. List 2 ways that planting crops in rows help farmers. Made the land more fertile, helped crops grow faster, and efficient planting, watering, weeding, harvesting. So planting crops in rows was not something that was common knowledge. Now everyone does it, and the Chinese, they could trace the origin of that back to the Chinese as well. Your sleep schedule has gotten better for some reason. Eastern medicine more than what? Yeah, well, I mean, Justin. So you say you like Eastern medicine more than Western. Well, I can see what you mean there. Most doctors would point to a combination of both. If you had, something seriously wrong with you, if you had cancer, you're going to want to take the typical cancer treatments or something. You're not going to want to fully relying on one medicine over another doesn't seem like a very good idea to me. Like I was having major knee problems from running a lot, and acupuncture made it much better, like where Tylenol wasn't working. So I went to acupuncture and I used those in combination and it helped me. What makes Asian? Yeah. I mean, look, there's many medical treatments, there's thousands and thousands of years of Eastern medicine that you could look at. I mean, to say that one is perfect is crazy. You made tie-dye. Nice. That's right up my alley. There you go. Yeah, not as many side. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. But to simply rely on one exclusively is kind of crazy. So, I mean, if you have a headache, you take Tylenol, and that's like Western medicine. But there's many different solutions to solve the same problem. But acupuncture worked for me. That's pretty much it. I'm going to post these answers as soon as I get off with you guys. I'm also going to post the open book quiz. It's only 7 questions. Normally I would give a quiz once every 2 weeks while we're in class, but since I'm giving to you all the stuff slowly, it's like the quizzes are smaller. My lemon water, because you saw on WhatsApp that it helps prevent coronavirus. Yeah, I don't know about that. You probably shouldn't believe anything you see on the internet. Lemon water is good for certain stuff, but it's not going to cure a virus. I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. Are you guys on Mrs. Kennedy's Google Classroom? Because she's going to try to do a virtual sixth grade play. Do you know anything about that at all whatsoever? You are okay. Yeah, I don't know if it's I don't know how she's going to do it or not, but if you guys are on her sixth grade, I don't know when it's going to be, Zoe. I didn't look at all I got is an email saying that she's going to try to do it. I don't know exactly what it's even going to be. So look into go to her Google Classroom and take a look at what she has. I'm not a member of it, so I can't see what she has or not. Say yes, we do. Yeah. So like Colin, or anybody that's in, like, you guys know the people that are like super pumped about the play, you know. So I would suggest if some, there's only 11 of you out of like, 60 on here right now. So if you know someone that's really gung ho about the play, have them get on the Mrs. Kennedy's Google Classroom and take a look at it. Because I'm sure it'll be cool. Whatever she comes up with is going to be great. So, just take a look at it. Okay. So just, pop in, see what she has to say. It's the best we could do at this point in the year. I only focus on yours and Mr. Ross and Ms. Krukar's Google Class. Okay. Dude, you do what you can. And I'm endlessly proud of all of you for sticking with your education and being engaged with school and getting the work done that you need to do. I couldn't be prouder. All right. This is going better than I would have ever imagined. But if the play is something that's super important to you, or someone in sixth grade right now that really wants to do the play, have them pop into Miss Kennedy's Google Classroom, and we'll see what you guys come up with. All right. I don't know, Zoe. I don't know the answer to that. If we don't have enough people interested, we won't do it. I don't know. But tell your friends and tell the people that, like, I heard those songs 100 times a day, when we were in school. So, there's some people that really want to do this. Yeah, I don't think we can do the play without Josie. Yeah, tell Josie. Apparently Georgia is reopening everything next week, and it's a stupid move. Yeah, I don't know about that. Hopefully the governor has the right thing in mind. Governor Cuomo was saying that he basically was saying today, like, I know that people want to reopen and get back to normal, but this is a situation where, like, a mistake can't be made. If we make a mistake and we reopen too soon, we're going to make this worse, and we're going to fall right back into this pattern of being locked down. So I have faith that there's some smart people making the right decisions that are going to tell us when everything is safe. We're in central New York, where the percentage of people that have COVID is lower. And we also have a lot of hospitals. We have a very strong system of hospitals in this area. Think about going downtown, it's like 5 hospitals. So we're in a good situation. We're not going to open up when New York City opens up. We might be earlier, but yeah, some people in Georgia think it's a smart move, and some people think it's a bad move. What else is going on? You have an online birthday party. Cool. When's your birthday? So you can't protest against the virus. The people that are protesting, it's very small amount of people. And it's just amplified by the media. A lot of people are just being like you guys, just staying safe and staying inside. The protesting makes no sense, but you got to remember, it's a very small percentage of people. Not remotely close to a majority feel like that. May 19th. Hopefully we'll be, I really hope we're back in school by then. I really do. Bronx and Queens is New York City, Mitaka. I don't know what you're talking about. So anyway, that's pretty much it. So, I mean, I'm glad that you guys are, yeah, Justin, that's a pretty, like, it's always been my personal opinion. This is not fact by any means, but like, you're only going to hear from the loudest two sides of a subject. Okay. Most of the people fall somewhere in the middle. Okay. So yeah, there's people protesting and thinking that the lockdown is unconstitutional and this and that. But I mean, these protests are small and they get amplified by the news and everybody pays attention to them. So, I mean, look, focus on what you're doing at home. And, is your family doing the right thing? Are you doing the right thing? Are you making the problem worse or are you making the problem better? That's all you can do. Yeah, you guys are all July 8th. Yours is close to mine, Allie. Mine's July 12th. I'm getting old. Anyway, look, guys, let me end on that. I'm glad you guys pay attention to the news. Are we going to talk about any more social studies? No, we're done. I wanted to cover this, but frankly, Lily, I like interacting with you guys because I miss class so much. So we're done with social studies. I'm going to wrap up in like 1 minute because I want to eat dinner. I might have COVID, but can't test because no fever. Stay home. Cool. Look, guys, let me wrap up like I always do. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay engaged with your education, stay active, but in a safe way. Physically active. Don't just sleep until 2 o'clock and then sit on the couch watching Tiger King and go to bed. Dinner at 5. Yeah, but my sleep schedule is getting thrown off, but I'm having dinner earlier and earlier every day. It's ridiculous. I miss all of you guys greatly. I'm just reading the comments as they come in. What am I having? I'm having like a soup that my wife is making and some grilled cheese. We're fancy tonight. Tomorrow, burgers. They reopened the beaches. Fell into a well again. Are you talking about like on Animal Crossing? You fell into a well. Anyway, look, guys, I miss you guys. Thanks for tuning in today. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your family. I'll see you again on Monday. We're gonna start the Middle Ages on Monday. So until then, be good and stay safe and do your work. Take care.